course we do that. Okay. Whoop. Was it like this? Yes.
Very good. All right, cool. So, Sandrine has asked, how does science influence your music?
Science, actually, it is not something that directly influenced me, but of course it influenced me that because I'm using a computer, I'm using a sampler, so that way it kind of helps me, but it's not something that actually really is a big influence on my music. I think.
Fair one. Okay, so your music has wonderfully evolved through the years. Do you see yourself going into deep techno in the future? I know you love rock and live rock, but I'm sure techno analog machines interest you a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think that I will make a whole techno album, because that is not fun for me. And in the same way, I'm not trying to make a whole rock album. I really like to mix different things, and I'm trying not to think too much in genres and music boxes, but just to make the music that I feel is right, and then hopefully some people out there also like it. So,
okay. So, what influenced the title to your 2006 track, "Take Me Into Your Skin"? It's an epic chill tune, by the way.
Thank you. That's nice. Yeah, I cannot really remember. I think it was this old Cole Porter track called "Under My Skin" that everyone knows, and then I can remember that I was just a little bit inspired by that title, but I actually, to be honest, I cannot remember. Very often the titles of the songs on the album comes in the very last minute. It's always like my label is like, now you really have to come up with the title, because I'm always using working titles. So sometimes it's like up-tempo song with crazy synth, and of course that's a quite boring title to a track. So those titles often comes very late in the process, and I think that happened with this also.
Okay. So it's one of those where you just look around the room and pick some.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything going on in your life that's influencing the evolution of your sound? Not personal per se, but is there a new studio, a new source of inspiration? I guess we've seen some tunes there.
Yeah, of course I get inspired by other music, as we also as I was playing today, but also in a more technical way. I was buying this old tape recorder, and I've been using that on nearly every instrument on the album, putting also drums and beats through this tape recorder, and feeding it a little bit too much, so it kind of distorts, but in a really nice saturation way that tape can only do, and it is something that it is impossible to do in the computer. So
okay, it just gives it that warmth.
Yeah, warmth and glue everything together in a magic way.
Okay, so would you put the individual tracks through that, or would you put the whole?
No,
the
exactly. Every stems, every part, and then also in the end, I also put the final master through another bigger thing. Bigger tape. That's not in my studio. It's in the mastering studio.
Cool. Okay, so would you say that a Danish sound exists that you're a part of? Thinking about Lulu Rouge, Clavon, Underbane, Speeder Robot. Can you say something about the Danish scene?
Yeah, I think finally, not only Danish but Scandinavian artists dare to sound as Scandinavian, because we always many years. In the techno scene, everyone wanted to sound like a Berlin minimal act,
right,
or in the rock scene, everyone wanted to sound like Britpop bands, or when grunge was big, everyone wanted to sound like Nirvana, and now finally people artists has so much self confident that they actually dare to sound Scandinavian, and that is maybe a little bit more dark and a little bit more melancholic. Much in minor and stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay then, are there any tracks that you don't normally admit that you listen to, that yet have still had a big influence on your music?
Yeah, there's actually when you listen to the album now, of course it's not out, so it's not fair actually to because no one has heard it yet. But there's actually one track that has a quite clear Donna Summer, in influences, and that is, it's not something that I usually listen to, but I really love that track by Donna Summer. Everyone knows what it is, I think. So I was pretty much inspired by a bass sound in that track.
Wicked, good answer. Okay, so from Clint and Judy, could you do a masterclass sometime, or at least talk about how you learned to write music from the beginning? Maybe. I'm totally self-taught, so I didn't really learn it anywhere. For me, it was just learning by doing, and really just keep on making music, even if people tells you that it sounds crap, or there's a new hype. Now everything is trap music. Last year it was dubstep, So maybe forget about all those boxes and just make the music that you feel is right. That is maybe the best advice I can give. But I'm not planning to do like master classes, but it is always great to hear how people work, and that is also something that I also, right now I'm reading a book about Prince, about how Prince worked in the studio, and that's quite fun for me also. So maybe one day this book will come out.
Yeah, I'll do a Trentemøller behind the scene.
I think a lot of people would like that. Okay, this guy definitely like that. What is the DAW that you're using in the studio when producing music? When I say DAW, like the DAW machine.
Okay, it's I'm using Ableton Live, but I'm not using it as most people use it. I think with in the session view, I'm using it in the other view. This is getting technical now, but I'm basically using it as a tape recorder. So I mostly use it just for recording all the live stuff that I do, and then I just put it in there. And then of course it's great that you can quite easily change the tempo without changing the pitch. That's a good thing sometimes. But I don't use loops that much, very rarely actually. But because also like for example when I have a shaker, actually to play it myself the whole track through, because then it is a little bit different every time. And if you only take 4 or 2 bars, then it's the same all the time, and that can have a charm itself, but also like sometimes that it's actually played, but it's just me being a bit old-fashioned. And sometimes you're not totally tired, and if you listen to a band like LCD Sound System, they have also the same thing about playing the drums, the whole track through, and playing it the way that human plays it, but still in a clubby way, so to speak.
For sure. Well, great questions, I thought.
Yeah, really good questions.
So, I think your fans are kind of like generally a bit more music heads than they are.
I don't know, but thanks.
Well done, guys.
Super.
Right, thanks once again.
Thank you again.
And I believe you've got a taxi to get.
I have.
So,
I have to go to the airport now.
Ready to go.